Hey, good morning, subscribers. It's Friday, February 21st. Yesterday we made another, halfway attempt, I should say, to the 19 or 1850 area on the S&P. We basically overcame all of or all of Wednesday's weakness. I'm sorry, I should say. So we're back in a neutral position, and that's that. So let me just get straight to the trades yesterday, because I think, well, actually no, one more thing. Let me just tell you that my upside target here for the next few weeks is 1900. Okay, I do think eventually on the third or fourth try here we're going to get past 1850. And then beyond that, my next upside target is at 1920, and then somewhere around 1970 in the top end of the next 6 months or so. And that's just basically based on Fibonacci retracement levels. So if you go in and you measure the moves, say from last June, you see that the recent sell-off in January, February took us down 38.2% of the Fibonacci retracement, 38.2%. You then add 25% of this entire rally to the top end here, you get to about 1920. And then if you do that again with the late December, late 2012 lows, then you get to about 1970. So that's just so you know, that's where I am in terms of upside targets. I'm not, it's not going to happen in a straight shot. Or in fact, again, we could certainly trickle lower again today and just frustrate the bulls and the bears a little bit. But anyway, that's where we are. So let me get to the trades. First of all, Tesla. Okay, this is an important. I'm going to just spend a minute or so on this trade because um, let me see if this is pulling up. Okay, so here's Tesla. So basically, the stock rallied, whatever it was, 8% or something like that. Let's see, yesterday, yeah, something like that. And like I said the other day, $220 is sort of my area. Now, what is important to understand is we kind of need to understand how options work, and I'm going to start doing more option stuff in here, but also really focusing on the underlying stocks so we get the direction straight, correct. But basically, what I did is I sold forward on the money calls. I sold a 280 strike calls, and just by do some very simple extension here, you can see that's like more than 30% out of the money. Sell June calls. Now what happened is these things had very jacked up implied volatility. As implied volatility often comes down after the earnings announcement, the premium or the price I paid, or the price of the option falls, right? And as because I was short calls, that's exactly what I want to happen. Now I'm not looking for the stock to fall apart here. I don't really care, if it only drops another few percent. But ideally, start the stock over the next, couple of days, maybe a few weeks or so, comes down and retests the $200 area, and then I'm going to look to close the trades. I'm not looking to keep this trade on for a very long time. I'm just basically just taking advantage of a stock that's basically just rallied a little bit too steeply, and after earnings is giving us a good setup. Another great example of where this worked, unbelievably well, was with Netflix right after earnings here in October. The stock, had a very steep slope coming into this. Then had a on earnings day had a big rally intraday, and I've talked about this several times. So some of you guys might have heard this already. So we went out and actually we sold like calls like 30 or 40 or even more percent out of them. I can't remember exactly, out of the money in the first half hour, and then the stock reversed like crazy intraday. We managed to close the trade early afternoon because it was just crazy profitable. Anyway, so that's basically what this trade is. Then I also bought. What did I do? I bought GMCR, and I think it's the only other thing I did. I bought Green Mountain Coffee Roaster. Just the stock basically continued rallying yesterday and finally broke out of this consolidation phase. I suspect it's got another, $3, $4, maybe $5 of upside here in the near term, and that's really what I'm looking for. So if any nasty reversal here, I'll get out quicker than we can. As quick as possible, I should say. And that's, I think, in terms of trading, that's pretty much it. Let's quickly go through some of the open positions. U.S. Steel. Let's go to the two short positions. Okay, U.S. Steel yesterday flat right at support here. Let's see how it acts over the next couple of days. Again, we had a gap down here holding resistance at the 50-day moving average. So let's see if this continues to move lower. Amazon, same setup. Still short the stock. Also, this found resistance at the 100-day moving average here, and we got a lateral support here. We had a little bounce here yesterday as well because of the broader stock market. So that's fine. Long positions. ABX had a wonderful day yesterday. Rallied, I think, like 4 something percent. I talked about this yesterday again, as I do every single day. Basically the stock just needed to retest this breakout level, and yesterday it rallied. So I have a first price target at 21.50 for this. Quite frankly, the stock has room into the low 30s. So I really would like to, stay the trend with the stock if I can over the next weeks, maybe months. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll leg in and out and keep a small core position and trade around it. We'll see how it goes. But just so you know, that's sort of my immediate term plan. Then Guild and Goldman Sachs. So Goldman Sachs first, quickly. You can see the stock just can't get out of its own way. It's just a chop fest here. It, quite frankly, looks a little bit scary. But I do think if the market has more upside, then the financial has to participate, and so does Goldman Sachs. So as long as we hold the 200-day moving average here, around here, I'm going to stay long the stock. Guild, which is the Gilead Sciences, the biotech slash health care stock that I bought a couple days ago. Just consolidating yesterday, nothing great, but it still looks okay alongside. And then we have Ryder, Chipotle Mexican Grill, and IRBT. Oh, I bought IRBT too. That's one stock I forgot. So CMG, nothing to talk about here. Stock is just consolidating, still sideways. You can see how that goes. Then Ryder, which had an up day, but it's kind of stuck in this trading range. But when it breaks past, let's call it $72, it's got plenty of room higher, all on the back of the strong candle here. And then IRBT, I hope I made a note of this yesterday. I did. Okay. So IRBT, as you know, we made like a quick 7% or 10% intraday last week. The stock looks like it's ready to move higher again. So for context, let's understand the chart. You can see the stock. Let's show you a weekly chart just so you kind of see what's going on. On a weekly basis, the stock really had a beautiful breakout here last week, and now it looks like it needs to just consolidate a little bit more maybe, but at least it got going yesterday. So a stock like this can quickly rally another 5, 10, 15, 20%. So I want to be taking part of this. I actually for the real portfolios I bought a small amount of out of the money calls. Okay, I bought the stock for the MarketFi portfolio here, just because I felt like it was a bit easier to track if we get a big rally. So anyway, you don't have to worry about that. Basically, I'm long IRBT, and that's that. So that's it, pretty much from my end. There are things setting up. LUV yesterday broke higher. I showed you this stock yesterday, or over the past few days. It finally broke out. It looks like it's got room to go now. I don't really want to chase this kind of stock higher too much, but I'm happy to participate if there's real momentum. So I'm considering this one today. Although I gotta jump early today because actually I'll talk about this in a second. And then Microsoft. This is definitely one to look at. It's again coiling up here at this resistance area. I've got a trade alert set, which triggered yesterday right at the end of the day. So that's that. In terms of, I'll quickly put up a blog post on this as well. Basically, next week I will be out. Okay, I'm going to be going to Davos, where I'm taking a ski for a week for snowboarding, but I'm also meeting a client. So I will be working, but I may be doing a little bit less trading. Okay, I should be doing plenty of stuff, but so just so you know, if I'm a little bit absent for a few hours here and there, then that's why. So hope this makes sense. Have a great trading day, and again, remember it's Friday, so you don't want to push your luck too much. Take care.